you know who like hit a gold mine in this draft lottery? Oklahoma, man. Oklahoma, they realistically
Yeah.
could absolutely belt this draft. And anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, basically they have a huge chance to get Chet Holmgren at 2, especially if Jabari Smith goes to the Magic at 1. And then at pick 12, there's rumors Jalen Duren might be falling down to pick 12. And I don't know if you've heard of that guy, but he's basically was compared to a little bit smaller, maybe actually could be the same height, like a Dwight Howard type. That was literally his comparison. Like you look at the players that are pick 7 to 14, all of them have maybe some average comparisons, but Jalen Duren, his ceiling is that high. He could be like not as good as prime Dwight Howard, but a similar type. And then if you are Oklahoma, could you imagine that starting 5, that young team? Point guard, you would have Josh Giddey, shooting guard SGA, small forward Lou Dort, power forward Chet, and at the 5 you would have Jalen Duren. Jeez, they did well in the lottery. But I want to know, do you think is that like the type of team that you would go for, or do you think Oklahoma maybe they might end up with someone else at 2, like that Paola Bonchoro or maybe a Jabari Smith?
I think Oklahoma right now, is willing to experiment. So I think whoever the best available is, that's what they're going to take. Because they got, 16 more attempts to make this right? Like, even if it's wrong, they got 16 more first-round picks in a couple years. So I do believe if Chet is available, they're going to draft him. But, like, I think no matter who they draft, they lineup, like, is going to be special. Like, they got big guards. Like, they literally have what a lot of teams want. They got big guards. They got the potential to have
athletic forwards.
Yeah, and it's like I think Oklahoma got their best case scenario, right? They and I think Derek Favors. Yeah, I think Derek Favors opted in his contract too, but like they got a lot of options here.
Yeah,
like Sam Presti. I think Sam Presti. Yeah, Sam Presti did his thing.
Yeah,
he did his thing.
Honestly, I haven't been too fond of them trading for all of those picks. I just really thought though, I didn't think it would have been like the greatest things. A lot of those picks would have ended up a little bit lower, especially later in the years. But I think what I said the whole time was they just need one draft lottery to go their way. And out of all of the years that they needed it to go their way, it was this one. And they managed to get up to 2. Because the worst case scenario would have been for them to not win it and have 4 and 5. I think they would have suffered more than nearly any other team, because what they would have had to do is they probably couldn't take best available anymore, because that would have been a Jaden Ivey or a Shaden Sharp who wouldn't have fit into their team. If they had like 5 or 6, like they fell down a bit, they probably would have had to potentially reach and take a Jalen Duren and hope that he turned out what they, wanted with Giddey last year, where they reached for Giddey. That's what I am assuming would have to happen. But they've landed with a top 3 pick now, and they need a power forward and they need a center. So happens that the first 3 players available are all power forwards and centers. Yeah. They did really well.
I honestly think OKC had a backup plan too, a secret backup plan.
Ooh. What do you think it was?
I think had they not, like, because I know you said that if they would have got like pick 5 or 6, I think hypothetically Sam Presti would have just took that pick 5. He would have took another one of those picks he got stored up.
Oh, yeah.
And he would have just went to the top, like, you know what? I mean, hey, there's only 2 more picks, and you get another additional first round that could be another top 5. You never know. So I think Sam Presti, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he would have traded up.
Yeah, I think this year and next year, because if you really think about it, he tried to do the same thing last year when he tried to move all the way up to get Mobley. So
true.
I think Sam Presti, I think that's his trump card. Like right now, he's just, if he's not necessarily getting the player he's willing to trade for him. I think he's willing to make that price if need be.
Do you think, imagine if he did this, do you think he would offer 12 and 2 first round picks for like pick 4 and hope like a Banchero type player falls down to that. Imagine if he came out with Paolo Banchero and Chet Holmgren, who are both like supposed to be top 4 players in the draft. And they need both of those guys.
Because who's the second pick? Because Orlando's 1.
Yeah, OKC had pick 2.
Oh yeah, and then the third pick is who?
Houston, and then Sacramento had 4.
Okay, so yeah, I think they could have got a deal done with Houston or Sacramento confidently. I think really Sacramento. I think Sacramento would have been willing to do that. They would have had to do that, honestly.
I wonder what Sacramento are trying to do, man. What a team! what a franchise! I don't even know what they're trying to accomplish now. It's a very weird team. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it.